Picture this. It is 6:30 on a Tuesday morning. The golden sunlight filters through your bedroom curtains, and the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee drifts down the hallway. You swing your legs over the edge of the bed, place your feet on the cool floor, and stand up with confidence. For the first time in what feels like forever, there is no wincing, no hesitation, and no sharp reminder from your knees that they have been carrying you for decades. For millions of Americans over 60, that simple, pain-free morning feels like an impossible dream. The stiffness in your hips when you first wake up, the ache in your shoulders when you reach for something on a high shelf, the way your knees protest every time you stand up from your favorite chair. These have become so routine that many people accept them as just another inevitable part of growing older. But here is what I want you to know today. It absolutely does not have to be this way. According to a comprehensive 2023 report from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, nearly half of all adults over 65 in America are living with some form of arthritis or chronic joint pain. That is over 32 million people waking up each day feeling trapped in bodies that no longer move the way they want them to. Yet here is the remarkable part. Many of these same individuals could significantly reduce their morning stiffness and even help prevent further joint deterioration with just 7 minutes of gentle, targeted stretching each day. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for science-backed, heart-centered health wisdom designed specifically for living your best life after 60. I am here because I believe that every single one of you deserves to move through your golden years with strength, confidence, and joy. If staying active, maintaining your independence, and keeping pain at bay matters to you, I want you to hit that subscribe button right now. Because today, I am going to show you exactly how you can start reclaiming the flexibility and comfort in your joints, beginning tonight before you even go to sleep. Let me introduce you to Robert. Robert is 73 years old, a retired high school mathematics teacher from Michigan. For 42 years, he spent his days standing in front of chalkboards, walking between student desks, and coaching the school chess club after hours. Robert was always proud of his posture and his ability to keep up with teenagers half his age. But 3 years into retirement, something changed. He started spending more time in his recliner, reading books and watching the news. Less walking, more sitting, and gradually, almost without noticing it happening, Robert found himself declining invitations to neighborhood barbecues because the thought of standing and socializing for hours made his back ache just thinking about it. What happened to Robert happens to countless older adults, and understanding why can help you prevent the same fate. After we reach age 60, several critical changes begin occurring in our bodies, often simultaneously. First, the smooth, protective cartilage that cushions our joints naturally begins to thin and wear down. Think of cartilage like the rubber padding on a door handle. Over time, it gets compressed and loses some of its cushioning ability. Second, the synovial fluid. That is your joint's natural lubricant that allows bones to glide smoothly past each other, starts to decrease both in quantity and quality. Imagine trying to open a door hinge that has not been oiled in months. Third, the muscles that support and stabilize our joints begin to weaken when we do not challenge them regularly. When these 3 changes happen together, the result is stiffness, reduced range of motion, and often chronic discomfort that can steal the joy from simple daily activities. Here is a helpful way to think about your joints. They are like the hinges on a well-used garden gate. If you keep opening and closing that gate every day, the hinges stay smooth and functional. But if you leave the gate closed for months at a time, rust begins to form, and suddenly, What used to move effortlessly becomes stiff and difficult to operate. Movement is the oil that keeps your body hinges working smoothly, and stretching is the daily maintenance that prevents the rust from taking hold. Research published by Harvard Health Publishing demonstrates that consistent flexibility exercises do not just improve how you feel when you move, they also significantly reduce your likelihood of experiencing falls, which represent one of the most serious safety risks for older adults. So when we talk about stretching, we are not just discussing comfort. We are talking about maintaining your independence, protecting your safety, and preserving your quality of life for years to come. Before we dive into the stretches that will help you feel better, let us talk about 5 critical mistakes that can actually make your joint stiffness worse, and in some cases cause real harm. Mistake number 1 is skipping warm-ups. Cold muscles behave like cold taffy. They are stiff, brittle, and prone to tearing if you try to stretch them too quickly. Jumping straight into a deep stretch without preparing your body first can cause tiny tears in your muscle fibers, leading to increased soreness and longer recovery times. I learned about this mistake from Catherine, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Texas. Catherine used to pride herself on her morning yoga routine, but she was always in a hurry. She would roll out of bed and immediately try to touch her toes. After experiencing several minor muscle strains, she realized that those extra 2 minutes of gentle movement beforehand made all the difference in how her body responded. Mistake number 2 is pushing into pain. Many people grew up with the no pain, no gain mentality. But for older adults, this approach can be genuinely dangerous. Forcing your body past its natural limits, especially if you are dealing with arthritis or other joint conditions, can trigger inflammation and actually increase your stiffness. The rule for seniors should be no sharp pain, more gain. Mild tension during a stretch is normal and beneficial. Sharp shooting or intense pain is your body warning system telling you to back off immediately. Mistake number 3 is holding your breath. When you hold your breath during stretching, you are reducing the oxygen delivery to your muscles at the exact moment they need it most. This leads to increased muscle tension, reduced relaxation, and a higher likelihood of experiencing cramps or spasms. Proper breathing is just as important as the stretch itself. Mistake number 4 is only stretching when you are already hurting. Stretching should be preventative medicine, not just a response to pain. Waiting until your joints are already aching and stiff is like only putting gasoline in your car after it has already stalled on the side of the highway. The most effective approach is consistent daily maintenance that keeps problems from developing in the first place. Mistake number 5 is ignoring your smaller joints. Most people focus their stretching efforts on the big, obvious areas: hips, knees, shoulders. But they completely forget about their wrists, ankles, and neck, all of which play crucial roles in maintaining balance and performing everyday tasks safely. I have a friend named Patricia, a 66-year-old former librarian. Patricia used to think stretching was just for those yoga enthusiasts. She focused only on her legs because her knees bothered her sometimes. After she started neglecting her upper body completely, she ended up with a severely stiff neck from simply reaching up to dust a ceiling fan. It took weeks of physical therapy to restore her normal range of motion. The lesson is that your body is connected, and every joint deserves attention. Have you been making any of these mistakes? If you are honest with yourself and realize you have been guilty of one or more of these, go ahead and type guilty in the comments below. Do not worry. You are definitely not alone. And the important thing is that you are here learning how to do better. Now let us focus on what actually works. Practical, scientifically supported strategies that you can implement starting tonight. Strategy 1 is to always begin with gentle movement. Before you attempt any stretches, spend 2 to 3 minutes getting your blood flowing with light movement. This could be marching in place next to your bed, doing gentle arm swings or slow torso twists. This simple warm-up increases circulation, raises your muscle temperature slightly, and prepares your joints for safer, more effective stretching. Strategy 2 is to focus on your major movement centers. Think of your body as having 6 primary movement anchors: your neck, shoulders, wrists, hips, knees, and ankles. When these areas stay flexible and mobile, the rest of your body can move more freely and with less compensatory strain. Strategy 3 is to follow this simple 7-minute daily routine. First are neck side tilts. Sit up tall in a comfortable chair with your feet flat on the floor. Slowly tilt your head toward your right shoulder, feeling a gentle stretch along the left side of your neck. Hold this position for 10 seconds, then return to center and repeat on the left side. This movement helps maintain the flexibility in your cervical spine and reduces the tension that can contribute to headaches and balance problems. Next are shoulder rolls. Sitting or standing with good posture, slowly roll your shoulders forward in a circular motion 5 times. Then reverse the direction and roll them backward 5 times. This simple movement helps keep your shoulder joints lubricated and can significantly reduce upper back stiffness that develops from poor posture. Third are wrist circles. Extend your arms out in front of you and make gentle circles with your wrists, rotating them clockwise for 30 seconds, then counterclockwise for 30 seconds. This is particularly important for maintaining grip strength and preventing the development of carpal tunnel symptoms. Fourth are seated knee extensions. While sitting in your chair with your feet flat on the floor, slowly straighten your right leg until it is parallel to the ground. Hold this position for 5 seconds, feeling the muscles in the front of your thigh working. Slowly lower your leg and repeat with the left leg. This exercise strengthens your quadriceps muscles while gently stretching your hamstrings, providing crucial support for knee stability. Fifth are ankle circles. Lift your right foot slightly off the ground and rotate your ankle slowly in both directions, making the largest comfortable circles you can. Repeat with your left foot. Maintaining ankle flexibility is absolutely critical for fall prevention because your ankles are your first line of defense when you encounter uneven surfaces. Sixth are hip marches. Whether sitting or standing, lift your knees alternately as if you are marching slowly in place. This promotes hip mobility and encourages healthy circulation throughout your lower body. Strategy 4 is to breathe intentionally throughout every movement. With each stretch, inhale slowly through your nose and exhale completely through your mouth. This conscious breathing pattern keeps your muscles well oxygenated and helps them relax more completely into each stretch. Strategy 5 is to always listen to your body signals. Mild tension and a gentle pulling sensation. That is exactly what you want. Sharp pain, burning, or any sensation that makes you want to hold your breath. Stop immediately and back off to a more comfortable position. A study published in the 2024 Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy followed seniors who committed to a daily stretching routine similar to the one I have just described. Within just 4 weeks, participants showed measurable improvements in their walking speed, reported significant reductions in morning stiffness, and expressed greater confidence in their ability to perform daily activities independently. Here is your first challenge. Try this complete routine tomorrow morning, right after you get out of bed. Commit to doing it every day for 1 full week, and then come back to this video and tell me in the comments how you are feeling. I genuinely want to hear about your experience. Let me tell you the rest of Robert's story, the retired math teacher from Michigan I mentioned earlier. When Robert first came to understand the importance of daily stretching, he was honestly skeptical. He could barely lift his right arm above shoulder level without discomfort, and the stiffness in his lower back made getting up from chairs a careful, deliberate process that sometimes required him to rock forward twice before he could stand. But Robert decided to give these gentle stretches a chance. He started with just the neck tilts and shoulder rolls because those felt safest to him. After 1 week, he added the wrist circles. After 2 weeks, he felt confident enough to include the knee extensions and ankle circles. By the 6th week of consistent daily stretching, something remarkable happened. Robert called me and said, "I spent 3 hours yesterday teaching my grandson how to play chess in the park, and I realized halfway through that I had not thought about my back once. I felt like I got a piece of myself back that I thought was gone forever." That feeling, that sense of reclaiming a part of yourself that you thought you had lost, that is exactly what you deserve too. You deserve mornings where you wake up looking forward to the day ahead instead of dreading how your body will feel when you first stand up. You deserve afternoons where you can work in your garden, play with your grandchildren, or take that sunset walk around the neighborhood without pain dictating your choices. You deserve evenings where you can move through your home with confidence and grace. The beauty of what we have discussed today is that you do not need to overhaul your entire life to start seeing results. You do not need expensive equipment, a gym membership, or even a lot of space in your home. You just need 7 minutes and the willingness to invest in yourself. So here is my personal challenge for you. Choose just one element from today's routine to try tonight before you go to bed. Maybe it is those gentle neck tilts, or perhaps the shoulder rolls feel most appealing to you. Whatever you choose, do it mindfully, breathe deeply, and notice how your body responds. Tomorrow morning, add one more element. By the end of the week, you will be doing the complete routine, and I predict you will be amazed by the difference you feel. If you are ready to feel stronger, more flexible, and more confident in your body, subscribe to this channel right now so you will not miss the next step in your journey toward healthier aging. Your future self will thank you for the small investment you are making today. Many people ask, how often should I really be doing these stretches? For optimal results, aim to do some form of gentle stretching 5 to 7 days per week. Consistency matters much more than intensity. It is better to do 3 minutes every day than 20 minutes once a week. Your joints respond best to regular, predictable movement patterns. Another common question is, I am already seeing a physical therapist. Can these stretches replace my therapy sessions? These stretches are designed to complement, never replace, professional medical care. If you are working with a physical therapist, please show them this routine and ask for their guidance on which elements are most appropriate for your specific condition. They may want to modify certain movements based on your individual needs. People also wonder, is morning really the best time to stretch? Or can I do this anytime? While any time you stretch is beneficial, morning stretching is particularly helpful because it addresses the stiffness that naturally develops while we sleep. However, some people prefer gentle stretching before bedtime as a way to relax and prepare for sleep. The most important factor is choosing a time you can stick with consistently. Another question is, should I stretch before or after my daily walk? The ideal sequence is light warm-up movements first, then your walk or other exercise. Then finish with the stretching routine. This approach prepares your body for activity and helps prevent post-exercise stiffness. Finally, people with arthritis often ask, "I have arthritis in several joints. Will stretching help or make it worse?" Gentle stretching can be very beneficial for people with arthritis by maintaining joint mobility and reducing stiffness. However, you should definitely get clearance from your doctor before beginning any new exercise routine. They may have specific modifications or precautions based on the type and severity of your arthritis. Let me share some important guidance to help you avoid common mistakes and achieve the best results, rather than skipping warm-up completely, which increases your risk of muscle tears and injury. Replace this habit with 2 to 3 minutes of gentle movement before stretching. This gives you a safer stretching experience with better flexibility results. Instead of forcing painful deep stretches, which can trigger joint inflammation and worsen stiffness, practice gradual, comfortable stretching within your natural range. This prevents injury while steadily improving mobility, rather than holding your breath during stretches, which reduces oxygen flow and increases muscle tension. Use deep, intentional breathing with each movement. This creates more relaxed muscles and enhanced stretching benefits, instead of only stretching when already in pain, which misses the preventive benefits of regular maintenance. Establish a daily, consistent stretching routine. This maintains mobility and prevents stiffness from developing. Rather than ignoring smaller joints like wrists and ankles, which can lead to reduced fine motor control and balance issues, include neck, wrists, and ankles in your routine. This improves balance, safer daily movement, and better coordination. For your daily routine, I suggest completing the 7-minute joint flexibility routine immediately after getting out of bed in the morning before breakfast. Take a short 5 to 10-minute walk after lunch to maintain circulation and support digestion. Practice gentle hip and lower back stretches in the evening while watching TV or before bed to release daily tension. As a bonus, keep a resistance band near your favorite chair and use it for light arm and shoulder exercises during commercial breaks or while reading. Save this guidance and share it with a friend or family member who wants to stay active and healthy after 60. Better yet, invite them to do the routine with you. Having an accountability partner makes staying consistent much easier. Now, before we wrap up today's discussion, I want to remind you of something very important that I always share with my Senior Health Facts family. Everything we have discussed today is provided purely for educational purposes, to help you make more informed choices about your health and wellness journey. The stretching routine techniques and general wellness advice I have shared are based on current research and are intended to provide you with useful information, but they should never replace personalized medical guidance. I always encourage you to have a conversation with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your exercise routine, especially if you have existing health conditions, take medications, or have concerns about your joint health. Your healthcare team knows your personal medical history, your current medications, and your individual risk factors better than anyone else, and they are in the best position to guide you on what is most appropriate and safe for your specific situation. Every person is beautifully unique, and what works wonderfully for Robert, Catherine, and Patricia might need small adjustments or modifications for you. That is completely normal and expected. Your healthcare providers are your most valuable partners in this journey toward maintaining your mobility, managing any discomfort, and living your healthiest, most active life possible. Please remember that if you experience any unusual pain, dizziness, or other concerning symptoms while trying these stretches, stop immediately and consult with a healthcare professional. Your safety and well-being are always the top priority. Take care of yourself. Move gently. And I will see you in the next Senior Health Facts video, where we will continue building your toolkit for healthy, joyful aging.